We interrupt this program to bring you an important Wayfair message. Wayfair's got style tips for every home. This is Nicole Byer, helping you make those rooms flyer. Today's style tip: when it comes to making a statement, treat bold patterns like neutrals. Go wild! Like an untamed animal print area rug under a rustic farmhouse table from Wayfair.com. Ooh, fierce! This has been your Wayfair style tip to keep those interiors superior.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
Build a polished wardrobe that shows you stay you wherever you go with Mack Weldon. Use code MAC25 for 25% off your first order of $125 or more at MackWeldon.com.
From a meeting at the office to a big first date, there's a lot of pressure to wear the right clothes for every event. But clothes don't make the man. So why stuff your closet with things that only work for some situations? With Mack Weldon, you can build a wardrobe that looks polished in any setting. Their clothing is understated and tells the world that you stay you wherever you go. They craft each piece by combining timeless style and modern performance materials, so you can stay looking good and feeling comfortable from morning to evening. No wardrobe changes required. Browse everything from summer-ready tech linen shorts and anti-odor polos to tailored sweats and cruise for a night in. They can outfit you for anything, no matter what's on your agenda for the day. Go to MackWeldon.com and get 25% off your first order of $125 or more with promo code MAC25. That's MackWeldon.com, promo code MAC25.
Stop right there. Yeah, you. If you like all things entertainment, current events, or Hollywood, then look no further. Creator to Creators, hosted by director Meosha of Horror Noir, interviews filmmakers and creatives from around the world. Join in on the fun, guest celebrities, and informative information to have as a creator. Hit subscribe and stay connected to Creator to Creators.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Creators to Creators Today. Today, we have a special guest.
Hi, I'm DNT. Hello to everyone.
Welcome, DNT. I love that, by the way. Is there a meaning to that?
Yeah, it has, as I said before, it has a lot of meanings, but mainly it's a double. It's like mainly it's DNT is Dante, so the consonants for Dante, because I have a lot of inspiration from Italian poets, and one of them is Dante Alighieri, the one that wrote the Divine Comedy.
Love
and
that.
I also, and then DNT also, the main, like, it's an acronym, but the main translation is like do not trust.
Interesting. Do not trust. So I do like that. That's very, very interesting. I just like that it's just DNT, and it just seems very like mysterious and very cool. It's part of the allure, I would say, of your of your vibe. And also I take it too, as far as like, is that a part of the, like not showing your face in interviews?
Yeah, everything is part of the mystery. I am a big horror movie fan.
Me too.
Yeah, no, I know that. I've seen that. So yeah, I'm a big horror movie fan. Also a big fan of The Weeknd, as I said recently, and I love how he used to manage his image by not showing himself in the early days, And I think one of the main things that made him famous is his like his mystery, the mystery around him.
Yeah. And that's actually, for me, that's very curious to me. I always like, for me, the word famous, right? What does that mean to you? I think we live in a time today, I feel like everyone, like society wise, it feels like it's ever more than ever before that is like something that people crave.
Well, I think there are a lot of type of fames. Like there are good and bad fame, and I think the fame, I don't aspire to fame. I I just want to make a living out of what I like doing, and I love making music, and because and I'd like to help people through it. Like the artists I look up to helped me when I was in really dark places, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I just want to help people, and I want to make a living out of it by doing something I like to do. And that's if in there's also being famous, that I can manage that. But I'm really actually really introvert, so that's also why I kind of keep my image a bit like, you know, a bit mysterious. I don't really like being in big crowds. I just like doing music. I like doing what I'm doing, and I wanna keep doing it. That's just it.
I
And
love
but
that.
yeah, good. I think there's good and bad fame, as I said. And I think the bad fame is when, like, and there's also normal fame. The bad fame is just when people know you, and like the main ones right now are like the people that get like that go viral with some stupid trends and they get made fun of, and that's really sad. But yeah,
Mm.
and there's
Yeah.
normal thing, which is just people know you for who you are, just not that much. And then there's good fame that there's people that esteem you, I think.
Yeah. 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 For sure. For
I
sure.
aspire to that.
I
So
love that. I love that. No, that's just really I just I love asking that question. I think it's I think there's old Hollywood and then there's the new Hollywood, just like some
yeah.
people's definition to all of it, of what that all means. But so, I love to talk about, go to like a little bit of the beginning of your life, and like what was your childhood like? And did you find your way into music when you were a child?
Well, in my family, almost anyone can play an instrument or sing. So everyone is a kind of a music person. So almost everyone in my family. So I've always been interested in that field, and then I started singing more through the quarantine. Uh, so yeah, after that I started being more interested in music, but I've always been. And um, I just started after the quarantine. I started writing more and more, and
Hmm.
then I started actually going to the studio and everything in last August, at the end of last August. And I worked almost every day, every week on the EP till uh, practically till almost the end of April.
Wow. Wow, wow,
Yeah.
wow. That's
Now,
amazing.
Everything from clothing to household items are getting more expensive each day. The world of fast fashion has complicated clothing production by shipping cheap parts around the world to whoever can sew them the cheapest. And now you, the consumer, are paying the price with rising costs. American Giant is about keeping things simple and close to home. They aren't affected by tariffs because their products never leave the U.S. Skip the tariff and snag yourself American-made clothing with American Giant. Get 20% off your first order when you use promo code STAPLE20 at american-giant.com. That's 20% off when you use code STAPLE20 at american-giant.com.
I've learned a lot of things, you know, just being there. I co-produced almost everything.
That's
Um,
amazing.
yeah, I learned to sing better also through it. I learned to compose. I learned to mix. But yeah, I did a lot of the main things, uh, and that's why it took a lot of time, because I wanted to be almost 100% myself. And girl is
Mm.
actually almost like it's 99% myself, because I didn't mix it, but I helped through mix, because I can't mix properly right now. I'm still learning, but
That's
yeah,
good.
but I did everything else on girl, so that's why. I really like that record, you know.
No, it's great. I think the EP is absolutely amazing. Like what was the process like of making that? How'd you come up with that?
Um, so I have a lot of movie references that I could give you for
I
for any
love it.
song. Yeah,
Yes.
but the main thing is just I just wanted to tell a story, and that's
Mhm.
also what I like, what I want to do in every single record. I don't really like doing things just to do it. I really like making stories, because I'm first of all a writer.
Mhm.
So yeah, started I just I just like making stories. So that's a story about there's a duality between myself and this girl through a breakup.
Mhm.
And so there's you don't really understand who's the main character in it, because there's me and her both going through drugs and sex to forget the other one, and pain and regrets and everything. And so yeah, you don't really know who's the main character. You just know that um you are like in the EP, me and the girl, we are both trying to get out of the breakup, like to get through it, you know. And we're trying not to think about it, and doing so a lot of bad stuff. In fact, I also brought a sentence for it, because they wanted me to write something in the back of the vinyl, and so I wrote a main phrase. I don't know how to say it, a main sentence, like a little um a little introduction to it, which is uh I'll read it to you right now. It is: in a world dominated by chaos such as love, you won't even understand what's the real story. People say there are no winners in breakups. Truth is, the real winner is the one who will numb their pain better. Is that really worth it though? So you see, it's
Mm.
just a duality between me and the girl through the breakup.
Mhm.
And we just can't understand that what we really want is true love. And so we are just like kind of both destined to go to hell, you know.
Mm. Do you believe in love? Like in real life, do you think that there is like do you think that there's if I myself I haven't been in love in a long time, and
Yeah.
maybe it's due to probably heartbreak and other things, but I do think that I think that you can love a lot of different, like you can meet people and love them for sure, but do you think that there is that one special true love out there?
So I've always I've always thought of myself as a person of science, you know, really critic, and really I'm always trying to be objective. But I really am also a great, like I really like the idea of love. That's the problem
Mm.
with, so I'm a bit in conflict with these two things. But yeah, I think I think there is, but I I don't think it is like written or signed, or I don't know, like it's destined to happen. You can also not. It's just you make her. I don't know if you get me. It's just
Yeah.
you meet someone and you make her the right one.
Mm. I like that. I like that. That's a good way to look at it. That's really cool. When you were making this EP,
Hmm.
were there moments on it that, like, as far as like songs that you were writing and you were thinking that this is kind of hard? It was like a lot of being basically you were being vulnerable, and and were you scared to put it on the album, like make it? Because I would
Okay.
think as some artists, it's you have to you're putting your real emotion behind your music. And I'm sure some songs are, I think, tougher than others.
Yeah. Well, it was more difficult to leave some, like I did a couple interviews already. It was more difficult to see some sentences written down because I understand actually what I'm, because I see just music as art. But when I
Mm.
see that I've said some phrases also when I talk to interviewers, and I see like that I've said certain phrases, I'm like certain sentences, I'm like, okay, that I can't say that, just I don't know, just I don't really want people that could be in like main character or also side characters of my songs or my EP to just take it bad or take it like I don't know, just feel too much included in it when they aren't.
Yeah, I totally get that. Yeah. Um, and you said you taught yourself to produce and do all of that, like, beats and stuff. So you even did the, like, down to the beats and everything to this on this EP?
Yeah, yeah,
Wow. It's
okay, so
incredible.
yeah, Girl is, as I said, is almost 100% me. I composed it. I did almost everything. The only thing I didn't do is the mixing. I just said what I wanted on the mixing, and my
So
engineer
cool.
helped me. But
Uh,
I did almost anything, and I did the same. Like I also composed on top. um,
nice.
I helped to produce Mirage of Oz. Mirage
Hmm.
of Oz, okay. I said Mirage because in the song I said Mirage to make it sound better. Uh, so yeah, Mirage of Oz. Mirage. Okay, yeah, Mirage. So yeah, Mirage of Oz. Um, I also helped to compose it. We were in the studio with a big Italian a keyboard player, and
Nice.
I also made also Batteries and the Devil. I made the devil part. I took the same sample that XXX took on another song,
Nice.
XXX Tentacion. And so yeah, I made it. I also made mostly all the drums. The only song where I didn't put anything, like I just put my vocals,
Hmm.
was Party's Eye Rolling Ecstasy.
Nice. No, it's
Mm,
it's it's really good. Really good
yeah,
good
and all
job,
the other
man.
ones, there's always at least a little bit of me between sign designing and drums. There's always a little bit of me.
I love that. I love that. I think that's so cool that you self-taught yourself to do all these amazing things, because there's so many people that say, well, I can't do something, I can't do this, I can't do that. And I think if we have so many resources out,
Mhm.
now, to that we can make a whole, like, it's like you just literally did,
Yeah.
you created an amazing body of work, and you did it, like, you went out and did it. So there's no excuses, right, to like, for anything. We can put ourselves out there. um my question to you is that, do you feel like AI, now that we're in the age of AI and it's here and everyone has their opinions about it, some people think it's really scary, and but there's some that think it's really good. What are your thoughts with AI, and do you like that AI is here?
I've seen you make that question actually. Yeah. I think like I don't. Okay, so just like hard, the our AI artwork. I actually like I've helped up a person study it recently, so I've seen it recently how it works. But people, like, also there's always a main artist, a person that says what they want to do and the style, like the message that they want to give and the style, and then the heart uh makes it like a drawing or an art. But the main the focus is always the person that says what's the how do you say it? What's um wait, I just okay. So the person always says what's the main the message and the how they
Yes.
want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Just so I think in music it's also the same thing. I think that making that through music,
Mm-hmm.
making writing a message and everything, I think it's a little bit more complicated than doing it through heart.
Mm-hmm. I know what
So
you
I
mean. Yeah.
yeah, I think there won't be the same, like it can't be the same as a person putting himself into it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Also, you
Yeah.
can, like, when you listen to some songs, you just feel what they're trying to say, like the emotion that they want to give you through their voice. And I think also, or through the BPM, the everything, every single part is a main thing to the feeling that they want to give you,
Mm-hmm.
or the message that they want to give you. And I don't think that AI could do it as perfectly as human do.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. AI, I like that. I know what you mean. Like some people, like AI can probably do a great job and put the things out, but it's missing the heart of the
Yeah.
project. It's missing the connection that people feel, a connection with people, like of
Hmm.
the authenticity of the soul of a song versus just
Yeah.
something sounding good, and there's no
Yeah.
connection. So yeah, I totally get that. That's very interesting. I like that. Um,
Thanks.
yeah. Um, so would you say that music is, I think it's like you said, you make this amazing body of work and you put it out there. Um, do you feel like music now it's kind of harder to get the recognition, right? Like because really you're kind of competing also with other artists that've been around for a long time, on
Hmm.
those charts as well, on the Billboard charts. So do you feel like it's that the music is better now, like is in favor of the artist, like, and like independently speaking, is it harder?
Okay. So, first of all, I don't think music is better now for any type of artist. But
Mm,
for a lot of reasons. First of all, the labels are taking more payment than ever. You take less money through every stream. There's a lot of problems to it. Like the hardest right now, their main way to get money is either concerts or through just like ads, you know.
yeah, yeah.
uh yeah, so publicity, that's the main thing. So yeah, it's actually harder for a lot of people. Like there it's been like Kanye talked about it recently, also James Blake, if I'm not wrong. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's and I've also talked with it, like I talked about it with my engineer, and he said like that, like when because he's now he was like he's like 60, but
Mm-hmm.
when he was in the main thing, he was in a lot of main studios, like in Florence or in Milan. He went to London, Miami. So yeah, he's been through into a lot of stuff, and he said that back then you could just sell, like they gave him like uh something like uh 25 million euro to make a but back then it was less, but yeah,
Wow.
to make just a record, that like an album. They gave it to them, and they said like, okay, you like, the label gave it to them, and they said, you gotta do what you gotta do. Just we'll give you this money, just give it back to us, that's just it. And they just give him the money, and so they just like had a couple years to make it. So yeah,
Wow.
that's kind of like it's like really worse than then. And
Yeah.
it's just
I
that, like, it's also harder for artists to also take their spot, because there's like 150,000 people, 150,000 people putting out their work every day. And like like back then you just had to just, you were in your nation, you just did a little bit of publicity, and at least like 1,000 people would buy it just to listen to it.
Wow.
Now you gotta hope that the that you people have to like that the post has to reach the people, and then people have to like it, so they talk about it, and you have at least a million streams, so you can maybe repay uh half of the money that you put into the work, you know.
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
So it's really harder, and it's really um less helping through economics, you know.
I know I feel bad because like, there's so many people that, I mean, even I think it's the same in Hollywood. It's so
Mm,
different now, everything is so different. I think even after COVID, and maybe it was
mm.
because maybe it's not just COVID, but I think it's because social media, everything now is so different. It's really hard to um get your stuff out to on certain platforms. And when you do put it out there, you have to market it and all these things that come, you know uh, keeping yourself putting yourself out there. But you know I mean, you have to have someone to help market you. It's so important. I remember when I first got into Hollywood when I was super young. I remember thinking like, oh, I was so excited, I was just so happy. And then I thought like, oh my God, there's so
Yeah,
many things that you have to do.
yeah,
But I learned quickly, and I got an agent, I got, representation and stuff like that. But it is all that. It is those things that come with, I think, just because you're really selling yourself
yeah,
as an artist.
yeah. And also like I don't wanna say names or anything, just um, I just seen a lot of people that just saw a song go viral, and they just listen to it because it went viral, you know, like TikTok. And
Yeah.
even if the song was really bad, you know, it's just there's a lot of people that do this. I don't know. And so yeah, you just gotta pray that your post goes viral as you wish, so you can, people can like it, and just hope they listen to you, you know.
For
So
sure.
yeah, it's really hard. Like also, just to give a quick example, the
Hmm.
weekend didn't make a big rollout as it did in After Hours for Don
Hmm.
FM.
Hmm.
And Don FM, like he does, I like critics give it best. Like the critics say that's his best work. Also up on After
Mm.
Hours. and and people, but like it's one of the like it has really lowest hits than or I don't know, it has literally less listenings, like streams, that than After Hours. So yeah, it's just, you know, it's just that he didn't do the same stuff that he did with After Hours, the big rollout and everything. So everything went viral before, and people were waiting for it, and people just liked it because it was After Hours, and
Yeah.
of the rollout.
Yeah, he has I think he has a great um you know just he just has like his whole thing is just, he just knows, he gets how he gets it right. The way he does it is
Mhm.
just so it's brilliant how he markets himself. And whether it's a song or album, yeah, he's just different. The Weeknd is
Yeah.
really brilliant artist for sure. Which brings me to my a fun question. If you could be managed by any artist, living or dead, who would it be and why?
Okay. I think it will be probably Prince 85. Like Prince, yeah, Prince. Probably Prince.
I love
Just
that. I
Prince.
love that. Prince is great. I mean, he's a
Yeah.
legend, definitely. Um, Another question that I always ask every artist and guest on the show, and again, there's no wrong answer, so don't feel any pressure. But
Yeah, yeah.
if you the three levels of influence: money, power, and respect. And if you could choose only one of those things, which one would you choose and why?
Oh, respect, surely. Surely respect, because you through respect you can get both of the other twos,
Absolutely. I love
while
that. That's
through the other twos you can get respect.
I think that's a great answer. And I think respect is that's I like that. Um
Okay.
so my question to you would be what keeps you going in tough times? I'm sure you're not always, you know, in the best place. I mean, I have my down days as well
hmm
as a
hmm
creative, but what keeps you going?
Oh, just the fact that actually going to the studio and making music helps me getting out of these dark dark places, you know?
For sure. Yeah. Yeah, because it's like music is therapy for you.
Yeah. For me it
Yeah,
is 100%. Like
I love that.
100%.
That's awesome. All right, some horror questions for you. Um, since you're a big
hmm
horror fan,
Yeah.
I'm really curious. Who's one of your favorite horror villains?
Oh, okay. Freddy Krueger.
Ooh,
Yeah, I loved it when I
nice.
was a baby. Like I was like 6 year old and I was watching Nightmares. So yeah.
Oh yeah, that definitely gave me nightmares too. That movie, oh my gosh, super scary. The fact that he can like, you know, come
Yeah,
in your
kill you.
dreams.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
That's creepy. Okay. What horror villain would you like say if possible in a really cool world, like in your own world, if you could take two villains that's never uh you know um fought, who would it be? Like if there's two villains that you would like to see square off.
Oh, okay. Wait, I gotta think about it a second. Um. Oh, I don't really know actually. That's a cool question.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say something a bit different.
ooh, now I'm
Just
curious.
it's not horror though.
Oh,
It's not
cool.
horror, but it's just two characters that I really would like to see in a war, like
Mm-hmm.
combating, fighting, would be Thanos and Rick from Rick and Morty. I don't know why, just
That's great.
I
That would
think it
be
would be
interesting to
hilarious.
see.
Yeah.
I always say I have like a Disney crossover with a horror villain. I always think that's always kind of fun to see too. Those are always interesting. Um,
Yeah. Oh,
what
but
was one? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
also it could be Michael Myers and Jason from Friday the 13th.
Ah,
It
yeah.
could
Yeah.
be
That'll be really
interesting.
good.
Yeah.
That would be cool. I love that. What advice would you give to artists out there or somebody that wants to just to get into music?
Uh, if you, I just well, the main advice is if you don't really enjoy doing it, don't do it just to try reaching fame.
Yeah, for sure. Do it because you love it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, because I think a lot of people have this conception, like they think, they get in this industry and they're like, "Oh, I made it." It's like it's you got to
Mhm.
work really hard. It's
Well, yeah,
def
I've been playing when I was a little kid. I played soccer, like
Mhm.
not really a little kid till I was like 16. So yeah, I played soccer. I almost like made professional, and I
Mm.
know of a lot of people that are in they play soccer maybe at big levels that are just like they don't give like, they don't really give shit about it.
Yeah. Wow.
And
Wow.
so I know a lot of them that like they retire early or they just start performing bad. And so like you see like a big person, like maybe your idol, that goes down just because he doesn't give really how much you give about him. And that's sad also for a person,
Mm, yeah. Wow. That's very interesting. What do you have coming up next? Are you working
um
on?
Yeah, as I said in another interview, I have like five, like I have like five different future albums already written. So yeah,
That's insane. Wow.
I'm just, you just gotta. I have a little bit of style for a couple, but I'll just see how it will like the main genres and stuff. It will be decided by the time I'll make it. But now I'm
Mm-hmm.
working on the next mixtape,
All
and
right.
it's also really movie centered.
Ooh, I love
Yeah,
that. I'm excited for you. Well, thank you so much for coming on. It was a pleasure to talk to you and chat.
thanks. Oh, to
Um,
me too. Me too. It was a pleasure for
oh,
me too.
thank you.
No
Also,
problem.
where can people find you on social media?
I'm named DNT, FVR, so it's like DNT forever on almost every social, and on listening platform you just gotta write DNT my five faces, and I will be the first thing that comes up.
That's right. Check him out. He's amazing. You're awesome. And again, congratulations on everything you have coming up and everything that you have already accomplished. So come back anytime. Of
Really, thanks, appreciate it.
course. And thank you all for listening. And always remember to live, love, laugh. We'll see you guys next time.